The unfortunate things that happened when vaulters changed from vaulting on stiff poles to flexible poles was that they decided that the object of the exercise was to bend the pole and not move it. With the Petrov technique, you do not try to bend the pole. You try to move it. And we'll see here that with Markov jumping at 605, he comes in to take off, and his takeoff is one which emphasizes driving the pole vertically. Now here we have him riding the pole, tremendous bend. There's no question that he is able to bend the pole, but look how he takes off. The pole is not loaded at all. And this is fundamental to the Petrov model of vaulting. Here it's worth considering the words of Bubka, who in Jamaica said, "Before the fiberglass pole vaulters put their focus on moving the pole. Then, when the flexible pole appeared, many people put their focus on bending the pole. The pole should bend as the result of the speed and mass of the jumper. Therefore, it is more important to concentrate more on moving the pole towards the plane of the bar rather than being aware of bending it." Unfortunately, this message has not got through to a lot of people. They still emphasize putting an immense bend in the pole before they leave the ground. What they forget in doing this is that they are losing speed. The energy required to bend the pole must come from somewhere. In this case, he is not losing energy putting it into the pole, and he can take off free and use all of that energy to roll the pole forward. Now we have Bubka doing exactly the same thing. He takes off, the pole is not loaded. This is a free takeoff, so that he has the energy in the system to drive the pole up and forwards. Here is Maxim Tarasov doing exactly the same thing in a toe-tip takeoff. Svetlana Feofanova, same thing, straight pole at takeoff. This is Annika Becker of Germany. Same technique. What's interesting here is the position of her right arm with the elbow pointing right out to the side. This enables her to drive the chest through the shoulders and still swing hard to produce a more than adequate bend of the pole. This is Tom Lovell again. Again, free takeoff, but more than adequate bend on the pole. He's focused on driving the pole up. Jamie Scroop, same thing. Driving the pole up, the pole bends. Lauren Ely. Despite the fact that Lauren does not make effective use of her left arm, she drives the chest up into the pole, stays behind it, and is still able to get a very useful bend. This is possible because she exploits the tremendous potential of the swinging left leg to put energy into the pole in the second phase. Chris Lovell. We repeat these young athletes, all free takeoff, but still achieving a more than effective bend in the pole. Patrick Jesser, exactly the same thing. Takeoff, unloaded, good bend of the pole. So what we're seeing here are athletes, including Wendy Young, who emphasize on moving the pole first and then allowing the pole to bend as their mass and speed impact on it. How do we develop this? Well, we learn to stay behind the pole. This is simple stuff. Remember, simple things done extraordinarily well. If we take off strongly with high hands, stay behind the pole, making sure we finish the takeoff. We see here a girl doing a simple exercise and the pole is bending. She's doing nothing extraordinary except staying behind the pole. So what we're seeing again is simple things done extraordinarily well. Powerful driving takeoff, excellent positions with the athlete staying behind the pole. If you have athletes who find it very difficult to get the kinesthetic feeling that they need as they drive the pole forward, this platform exercise is very useful. Now we repeat all of those exercises running in, planting the pole, staying behind it, and riding through onto the pad. In this case, we can extend it to a long swing, which gives the athlete the initial feeling of bending and then swinging. The development of that exercise, again, we're seeing all of the same elements that we have emphasized again and again and again throughout this DVD. Simple things done extraordinarily well. Driving up through the pole to make it move forward, and then swinging on the pole to go over the bar. Simple things done extraordinarily well. And this theme continues as we watch Isinbayeva execute the same drills that we've been seeing carried out by young athletes.